Finding laughter in tough times. We're going to take a brief break from the serious and stressful headlines with a little comedy.
TV's been good. TV's been good. And I got, just making, a couple dollars. Everybody thinks TV pays like crazy. All my friends from home, from Decatur, Georgia, like, oh man, you in TV and movies now? You making crazy money? I'm like, I'm doing okay. Okay, I'm doing all right. I don't have gonna help you money, right?
Actor, writer, and comedian Tone Bell joins us now. How are you today?
Man, I'm doing all right.
Very
I'm doing
good.
all right. How you? Yeah. I'm going like with my boy band look right now. Do I look like I'm in a boy band?
You sure do. You sure do. You're representing. I have some of those friends that want to know how much money you actually have. So I get that. Tone, we're dealing with some very critical issues facing the world today. And in these moments, would you say that laughter can be a much needed medicine?
I think laughter right now, it's the perfect, it gives you like some discourse to go, let me not think about reality right now. Let me think about somebody else's reality, put a spin on it, and just let me forget about all the BS happening right now. Because I mean, every 2 seconds there's something happening. Sometimes you just want to let go, and that's what we're here for.
You know, we all know that Ukrainian President Zelensky was a comedian and an actor. Former Senator Al Franken spent many years on Saturday Night Live before taking office.
Yeah.
And I think even Dave Chappelle has been dabbling in local politics in his Ohio hometown. So what in your mind is the connection between politics and comedy?
Well, we have an unfiltered view of the world, right? I mean, if a lot of times we don't pick sides, we explain the sides, right? So that's what we're here for. We're here to break it down and go, I don't really touch politics. A lot of comics do, but at the same time, you go, man, politicians and comedians have a lot in common. They're just not funny. That's their problem. The problem is they're just not good at it. They're public speakers, but they often don't have punchlines, right? That's their issue. So come see us. So you can forget about that. I have so many words I want to use right now that I can't use. I'm pretty sure I cannot use.
No, you can't.
No,
you can't.
But I want to.
Okay.
But I'll just say BS so we can stay on the air.
That's right. Now, you say you're not into politics, so tell us about your brand of comedy and your style for handling difficult issues in your routines.
You know what it is? I'm a petty person. I'm extremely petty. And people in life make you want to use this pettiness just to make yourself feel better. So that's what I like to do. I like to take my life and just friends' lives and go, what happened that I can just be pissed at, for just making you realize, I'm about to be 40 and I'm still ticklish. I am so mad at that I had, when you 12 it's one thing.
Right.
When you almost 40, I should grow out of this.
And
I got bills, I pay taxes. I should not giggle when you touch me in the wrong place.
And now all of us know that. So if we see you, then we're going to try to tickle you.
Man, tickle me if you want to. I'm going to push you down in the grass.
Okay. Now you do a funny little bit about your dad. We have a clip. Let's listen.
My father was 50. He looked like a light-skinned black dude. He just a regular, fair-skinned, a little lighter than me, fair-skinned, black dude. Over the last 10, 12 years, my father has become a 5'7" Filipino man. I know it sounds awkward, but because it is. All my friends meet my dad and be like, yo, this Asian dude? This your dad right here? I'm like, yeah, he didn't start off that way, but but that's who he became. We have to love him for who he is, okay? And it's weird, because I'm like, hey, fellas, this is my dad. They all go, Mr. Bell. I'm like, he's not Asian. You don't have to bow. What are you doing?
Wow, too funny. Now, you're an actor, a writer, and a comedian. Tell us how you got into show business and how you were attracted to comedy.
I left corporate America about 12 years ago, and honestly, I just followed my dream. I always wanted to tell stories, and I'm a big fan of Carlin, Cosby, Chappelle, and Patrice O'Neal, and just a lot of the greats prior. And I just had this need, and I wanted to present it, and so I left corporate America, went to LA, and I got my shot. I mean, within 3-4 weeks, I was doing commercials, and 8 months later, I was on TV. And so I've sold a couple shows, and I write, and you know, I mean, to me, it's if you have the passion for it, go get it.
Mm-hmm. Do you mind if I ask what aspect of corporate America you were in that you decided to leave?
I was in marketing. I used to work for Anheuser-Busch, Budweiser, Michelob, all that. I did that for about 7.5, 8 years. And then you know what's funny is, like, when I fell in love with comedy, I was like, I want to do this for a living. I kind of stopped working. I just stopped showing up and putting in report. But also, I knew I was the only black dude in the department, so they couldn't fire me. Right? It was like reverse affirmative action.
But they missed you when you weren't there. Now,
like the happy hours weren't fun without me.
No, I'm sure they weren't. Now, you're an actor, writer, and comedian. How do they all connect for you?
It's difficult. It's difficult because you have to jump to different modes. I mean, like this week next week I'm in Laugh Boston, and then right after that I go start a new movie. So it's like I kind of got to rewire myself to go, which job are you doing now? To write, I got to settle a little bit. For comedy, I got to be a little more explosive. For acting, I got to make sure, like, I understand the character. So, I mean, to float in between is difficult, but I love the challenge of it.
We know you played a major role in that movie that got lots of Oscar buzz last year with Andra Day. How was that being on the set in that movie? That was different.
I mean, I kind of jumping into this drama space, playing a dude that was not funny at all for a real story. It was a dark one. It was hard. It was difficult for me to get out of that one. That was probably one of the darkest roles I've ever had to do. I'm coming from sitcoms and, you know, some movies where I do a little more comedy. And this was, if you haven't seen it, go see it. The U.S. vs. Billie Holiday was a masterpiece. Andra Day was amazing. Lee Daniels directed. It was one of the best experiences of my life.
It was a great movie, and you were great in it.
Oh, thank you. And like that movie, for some reason, won't let me grow my beard back. That I had to cut my beard off, go to a mustache. You know that the I abuse.
Yes.
The abuser mustache. That's what I had to go to. And now, for some reason, people won't let me grow my beard back. So I started this new movie, and they said keep the mustache. I was like, man, I want to grow back the friendly beard.
Well, you can work on it, or maybe they can help you out in makeup.
I mean, we'll see.
We'll see. Okay. Tone Bell,
we'll see.
Thank you for dropping in on us. We look forward to seeing you when you're here. You can catch Tone Bell live at Laugh Boston starting next week from March 24th through the March 26th. Go down, check them out, and enjoy some laughs. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Cityline5. And you can follow me on Twitter at Karen Holmes Ward. Have a great afternoon.